ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Brandon Hodge. So this video is brought to you guys by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, come through SeatGeek. Use my last name, code Hodge, at checkout as your promo code, and you guys will get $20 off of your tickets. That's good for first-time orders only. So if you guys have used SeatGeek before, make a new account, new email, you can still use that code Hodge, and get $20 off for any ticket for any event in the entire world. Alright, let's jump in with the first news story of the day. We're talking about none other than the GOAT, if you will. Or maybe you won't, but maybe you would, but maybe you should. Anyway, we're talking about John Cena here. So John Cena has done a Comic-Con experience kind of thing, and you kind of he does a Q&A, and you get to ask questions or whatever. And basically during this whole session, Cena pretty much admitted his whole heel run was pretty much a failure. He said, well, that's kind of the part of doing this thing. Some things work, some things don't. The things that don't work, you learn from your failures and you move on. So basically, so Cena has said, but it kind of sucks that your failures are last year as a wrestler, but now of course he's this good guy, babyface kind of guy again, so we're gonna have the rest of the year as that. I think that was kind of the idea, was to try to do something experimental and cool and different for the first half of the retirement tour, and the second half just go back to the classic John Cena, which is what we're seeing now, what we're gonna see until he retires in December. But yeah, basically John Cena himself even admitted the heel run was not as good as it could have been and was not very well planned out, and a lot went wrong, and a lot that was supposed to happen just didn't happen for whatever reason. So yeah, he admits it could have been a little better. Alright guys, so that's kind of like a confirmed thing for John Cena, but there's nothing else confirmed from the WWE directly today. So it's time. Take these all with a grain of salt, because these could be true or could not be true. These are called rumors, so let's jump in. Alright, the first rumor of the day we're going to be talking about today is a new WWE Premium Live event is coming, and it's very last minute announced for some reason. So basically September the 20th, apparently WWE has decided they're doing a Premium Live event, which very, very short notice. This is less than I guess it's about exactly a month away from the time of this recording, and they have not yet literally announced what the show's even called. So they've not announced anything. The rumors are saying this is gonna be in Indianapolis, Indiana, which is very odd, because looking at the Premium Live event list, there was not any really left in the United States this year, pretty much other than Survivor Series. All the other ones are gonna be overseas. We're talking Paris, we're talking Perth, Australia, we're talking all kinds of crazy destinations, if you will. Nothing in the United States besides the San Diego Survivor Series. So well, we're gonna do one more in the States this year. Let's do one in Indianapolis. Let's do it in September. And yeah, let's do that. I'm oh, okay, let's do it. But why are you doing it so randomly, and you haven't even announced the name of the show? They just know the date, the exact day and the exact city already. Apparently they're doing this, something to do with AEW, is they've been trying to directly compete with AEW and doing shows on the same day as them. Apparently AEW is planning to do something on September 20th, and they kind of want to dominate that. So yeah, I guess Indianapolis, you're getting a Premium Live event on September 20th. We just don't know what it's called or any of the matches or any of the details yet, because this is the last minute I've ever seen them put together a Premium Live event in the history of Premium Live events. All right, the next show we're going to be talking about today is about Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's out injured. Oh no, she's injured. So she had a little bit of a serious injury there from a move that did not look that serious. It ended up being a whole serious thing. And she's been out almost a year or something like that, most of the year anyway. So ultimately, when's she planning on returning? When's the injury going to be cleared up for her to get medically cleared and all that? The rumors are saying early 2026, the beginning of this coming year, it will happen. Which raises the question, is that a Royal Rumble return? Because it very well could be a Royal Rumble return, and I think they definitely should save it for the Rumble, because any returns you have nearing that show that would be possible, save them for that show, because that makes the Rumble feel so much more special. So yeah, Liv Morgan return, I would put my money on the Royal Rumble 2026. Even though the Royal Rumble 2026 is in Saudi Arabia, so it's not one I'm going to be able to see live, but that's going to be interesting to see how that works nonetheless there. All right, the next rumor, let's go back talking about the GOAT here. We're talking about John Cena. So John Cena's final match is happening this year, which is hard to believe. It's hard to believe you can just walk away from wrestling, just be like, I'm no longer a full-time wrestler. No, we're not even a part-time wrestler. I'm a once-a-year wrestler, once every 3 years wrestler. No, never again. Never, ever again back in the wrestling ring? Really? How do you just walk away and just say never, ever? That's a hard thing to do. A lot of wrestlers struggle to do that because they'll retire and then still come back for a match or two. But Cena's saying never, ever. So we will see if that's true or not true. But ultimately, he has to have his final match this year, the end of the year, December. Who's it going to be against? When's it happening? So there's been some kind of information and rumors here. The current rumor I have for an opponent for you guys is Gunther. That's what they're thinking. It's definitely going to be like a newer star, someone they're trying to push to the moon. It's going to be like the new face of the company over the next few years. So the current rumor is Gunther, but that rumor could change. But the date is kind of flip-flopping all over the place. So it's been rumored like for most of the year. It's happening on December 13th. It's going to be at a Saturday Night's Main Event. It's not going to be happening on a premium live event because there's no premium live event in December anymore. So that's not happening. It's going to be a Saturday Night's Main Event. When's it going to be? Where is it going to be? Rumors Boston, because of course Cena's from that area. As for his date, we've heard all year it's going to be December 13th. But the rumors are been saying recently they want to move it to December 27th to compete with like AEW show, which is kind of a theme here. If you guys haven't caught the drift through this video. But apparently they can't do that now, and that's changed because NBC said that has a conflicting schedule and they can't do it that day. So ultimately, I believe it's went back to December 13th. I don't know what's been going on behind the scenes. I think it's been flip-flopping a lot. So I would just plan on keeping it December 13th, Cena's last match against maybe Gunther, and we'll have to wait and see. But it'll be Saturday Night's Main Event in December, probably in Boston, but also heard some rumors they might be looking in the New York City area. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. We should know like very, very soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I'm going to be talking about inside this episode of WWE News Rumors. We're talking about none other than the match that's a mystery that's kind of went poof and went missing. So Brock Lesnar returned at SummerSlam, as we all know. The only question is, where did Brock Lesnar go? So like Cena's currently in a whole different feud right now. And it's like, well, what happened to that? That was kind of setting up the thing. Are we waiting that thing out all the way to Survivor Series? What's the deal? I thought like Clash in Paris would be the perfect thing for this very large international premium live event to have that matchup, but they decided not to do it there. So then I'm like, what are they doing? Are they going to do it in Australia? Is that what they're doing? Or whatever? And ultimately, we have no answers. But there's this new premium live event that they want to kind of blow AEW out of the water on the same day as their show. And they want to do this in Indianapolis on this unnamed show. We don't know what it is yet. And the rumors are actually saying the match is happening there, which is such an odd choice. But we'll see how this all plays out, because right now it seems kind of halfway thrown together and we don't really know much. But apparently this mystery Indianapolis premium live event that's happening in literally like a month, they're just kind of throwing together. We'll have a name of that show soon, and apparently the Brock Lesnar Cena match will be on that show, according to these rumors, which is just the most random thing ever. But we will know more as time goes on. They're just really, really trying to like undercut AEW like so much. I don't know. They're really trying to get their audience away from that and onto their show. So it's an interesting strategy, and we'll see if it works. But that is the current rumors. That's the current news and rumors for the day. Let me know your thoughts on these news and rumors in the comment section down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm your King of Vlog Staff, Brandon Hodge, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.